Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Now in my first video I mentioned that my main goal was to slab my 30-year-old comic books. These ones here, use this one here, especially you always have to have a Joker hanging on the wall. That was my goal, that was my objective when I first started doing it in the beginning of this year. And with the pandemic hitting, there wasn't a whole lot of conventions going on. So what CGC has done is that they are doing in-house signings. So you have a CGC representative there witnessing the writers and the artists signing comic books that are coming in. It's a wee bit more expensive than your typical slabs because it's signature signings. And those writers and artists, they got to make them living somehow. And so I sent some comics in for signings. He was like, wow, okay, I'm going to do this. I can blame this on the pandemic, because if there was no pandemic, then I would not send these books in for signings. I blame this on cabin fever too. Because some of these books, they're not 30 years old. They're like only a year and even a month old. That's how crazy it's gone. So, this box came for me today, which consists of 2 artists. So I'm going to see if I can open up Clayton Crain first. I hope they're sort of separate. I'm not going to spill the beans of what the second artist is yet. Depending on how okay. Now this is Clayton Crain, has done Marvel covers as well, but he was on my radar until the beginning of last year, because that's when he did some DC covers. Because I don't read Marvel. Who reads Marvel? Nobody. So this is DC. And this is this. Well, this is kind of dark. But he used purple. I don't even think you can see this. Because like I said, it's when you send it down to signature, well then you do it window boxing. So what I had him do, is I put a window box. You can't even see it, I don't think. In the reflection. He used purple, which is cool. 9.6. This is this is like this comic book is not even like it was issued for May of this year. So this comic book itself is only like a month old. But and this is a very like DC. This is for the friends and family. I don't know what why this is unique. This is a variant cover where they hired Clayton Crain to do a variant cover of the story. It's the same story but different cover. And I like how he uses the color. Like it pops at you if you walk into a comic book store. But his signature, you can't see it because he didn't. I don't think you can see it. It's dark in this room already. Reflection, something like that. 9.6 for a month-old cover, and like the grading, I'm happy because, like I said, when you're doing window cover, and this is my first time doing it, so I'm moving the book in and out, trying to figure out, okay, where do I want to make the window? So you manhandling this book a lot. I did anyhow, because it's the first time trying to get it. There's a story behind this particular issue. The white pages, like it's 9.6, like I'm happy. Like I know I wonder if it's this one, because I know there was a mistake on one of the books I sent down, and that mistake is on my end. But it's nice. Nice cover. Let's see if we can back this up here a bit. It's really dark in this room. We need more lighting. No, I can't. Let's try over here. Okay, so let's see if I can get this other one. Size. Oh, this is another nice one. Now this was released for April of this year, and I put he's found on top. That's where I put the box. Again, it's already dark in this room. 9.4. But what caught my eye was just the colors you used on the character. And again, they hired them to do a variant cover of the same story. There'd be a different, like there's a regular cover for the story. 9.4. And I can understand, because I like, this is the first time I'm trying to send a book for signing, so I handled this book a lot, in and out of the bags and boards and all that, trying to figure out where do I want him signed. Yeah, it's good. Let's see. So I sent 4 of them, so 2 more left. Oh, this is a nice one. Used a different, this one you can see clearly. And this will be my first 9.8. And this will be, this was issued last year. So it's older than these ones here. And again, this is a variant cover. And that's where he signed it, because that's where I put the box. You can't see it because of the reflection there. 9.8. And the reason I had him sign up there on top here is because he already, on the book, on the cover itself, he already had initialized his name on the bottom. So I figured, well, I'll have it someplace separate. I like that green on the hair. 9.8, awesome. That's my first 9.8. It should be a 9.8 because the paper quality today for covers is a lot stiffer than it was back in the 80s and 90s. That's for sure. I'll set this aside because there's a story behind the last one. Is also a 9.8. Oh, this is a nice one. Nice color, nice. Like this is where you can see this one here. Sign on the bottom. This is all Justice League Dark. So there's no key issues. Awesome. This is awesome. I like just the signature compared to like the color, like just the color. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm sweating. It's hot. So here's a short story. What is this here? Related to setting these books down. So when I set these books down, you have the option also to check the submission process. So when these books were down there and I checked, it was on when it was at the grading step. So it was past the writing, like he signed the books and it was past the signing, and it was past the pressing, and it was being graded. It was being graded. So I checked the process, you know, and during it shows the list of the comics. So it showed 9, 11, 20, and then it showed 20 again, which meant that where's my 21? So I was kind of worried, like, what's if it's at the grading stage, there must be a misprint. It's got to be a misprint, and if it's not a misprint, then I could end up with 2 of these instead of just 1 each. So I did. I emailed them twice, separately. So it was like I emailed them once. I waited 24 hours, and then I emailed again. Still no response. So then I went onto the CGC forums, and there's a thread where you could personally ask CGC. So I stated my case, like right now on the submission process, and I actually posted 2 pictures, one of my packing slip, and then the list of what's the grading process. I said, like, I'm worried that either I'll get 2 of these instead of 1 each, or I only get 1 and I'm missing the 21. I was thinking, like, if I get 2 of these, I don't mind, you know, because I'm not shipping 1 back on my dime. And finally, they responded after I posted on the forum, and she asked me, like, what issue would have the misprint? And I said, well, I have 21 on my packet slip, but it's showing 20 on the submission process, and it should show 21 instead of another issue of 20. And then I also stated the case that I also have issue 20 down there as well. So it was sorted out, like, after about 24-hour waiting for 24 hours. I checked the submission process, and everything was set right. So that worry was over. But when people say, "Oh, I don't check the grades," you should check your submission process, because you never know, something like this might happen. But it was fixed before it was shipped out. But this is my first experience doing in-house signage. Of the 39 boxes I have of comics, I probably have maybe 5 signatures. That's not a lot. And in the coming months, I think I'll have doubled, close to triple that, at a extra fee, I should say. But these will go back into my personal collection, especially these ones. These are only like 2 or 3 months old. But the next ones, I see they're old, and I'll save that for another video because it's a different artist. But yeah, these are all variant covers from the same artist. And when you walk into a comic book store and you see something like this on the shelf, like it's eye-popping. Beautiful art. But yeah, that's it. Back this up a bit. 9.8. Awesome. I don't know where I should hang this on the wall. Oh, one more. I should bring this one up too. It's a beautiful 9.8. Oops. Jeez. Damn reflection. So see you in the next video. Bye-bye.